Hello Maria.
Hello Theo.
Hello. What do you want? Not too much?
Not too much. No, I want you to color it and to make it look even again. Nice.
Okay,
Put some model in it.
I will do that for you.
Whatever you want.
No, that will be totally strange of what you're asking. Will you turn for you and the rest of the world to show the rest of your hair?
Yeah.
Thank you very
That's
much.
it.
Yeah, that was all my hair. Don't worry about that. Hello friends on YouTube, we're going to do her hair and she is growing her hair, so you see I can make a wonderful bob, but I also still work in a pixie line. I will take the back off because I don't want this because disturbing the bob, and I will create with highlights lines into her hair so the outgrow will be covered up a little bit but not too much. And that we do because around Christmas we do something special with color and we'll give it ultra much colors. First of course I start with the protection, like I always do. Er is nog heel veel verbeelding. She's throwing her hair over the
It's practice.
neck paper.
So, I'm blue.
Yeah. What's wrong about blue?
Nothing.
And then I'll start with wetting the hair. The upper hair will cut with the TCC of Jaguar because we want to still grow some length. That's the hot scissor that's now available on the market. And the back I will do with a hot knife. It's the hot razor and it's from Ergo, that you find on askergo.com. It's available in the States. Now I wet the hair to see what the structure is, you can see what it does, because I don't want to wash it in front of what I'm going to do, because I need to see what the hair does, what the curves are. So now I start with putting on a conditioner, because it's a little bit rough, and then I'm going to start. Yeah. I put a little bit conditioner on the ends, just to make cutting a little bit easier. And what I do is I put my scissor on 120 degrees. It's not too much because it's lighten up the hair. Do my bend on my arm so my wire is not leaning in front of her.
Put in any conditioner because I was afraid it would be too slippery to cut.
Oh man, I love slippery.
Okay. Okay.
I love smooth, I love everything about slippery. I'll start on top, taking off just the ends because we're growing our hair. Holding as much length as I can. But also taking off all the ends. Dat is best grappig wat dat werkt met camera. Als je in Nederland woont en je wil informatie over deze schaar, dan ga je bij Van den Berg Hairmix. Van den Berg zit in Oefeld en Hairmix kun je vinden op het internet. En als je dan de code invoert TCC Theo 1, dan heb je extra voordelen als je de schaar neemt. Ik zal de code nog een keer in de film zetten. En dat geldt voor alle kappers in Nederland. There are a lot of people asking why I take up the hair like this. This I do because it's the most natural fall of the hair, so I lay it every time back, take a part between my fingers, and then take it up in 90 degrees, or if I want to change some length I can correct the angle. But normally I lay every time the hair back, watch where I left, and then take a new part on it. And my other two fingers are a real support by doing this, especially when somebody's starting to be a hairdresser. It's much easier than taking up the hairs with only the comb, because then you get a wavy cutting frame. Because what I mostly see is take all to the back, then they start around here, so I have a curve, then they take this together and come here, and in 3 times they go to the back. That's not the way it should be. You lay the hair to the sides, take 1 centimeter out, lay it back, take another part, lay it to the side, and when you lay it to the side it's much easier to take the hairs up with your comb, because they are laying in the opposite line, so that's why you can take them up very easy. Now I part myself the upper hair away, but only where I left. Take a little bit, a centimeter about that, to the side, so I don't take all the hairs. Don't need the upper hair. Oh, clippers. Now I go to the side, take a chin line as my line. First go to the back, then I go back to the front, take my centimeter and lay it in the eyebrow line. This way I'm certain that I have wonderful lines to work on and I get a perfect fall to the hair.
Ja, en je arm zit er ook tussen.
Ja, altijd. Ja, maar daarom ga ik dat ook vanaf de zijkant doen. Take the hairs from behind the ear on the ear. Hold them in the same line as the eyebrow line. Take a new line on it. It's a bit difficult because my arm is in the way of your line. And so do all the lines till I get a wonderful rounding. You see that it curves to the inside. Coming on the center line, and now bend hairs to the other side. So I get a nice curve into her hair. Coming to the front, the same as on the other side, take the eyebrow line as the guideline, take every time about a centimeter hair, and work till I get on the back. Just travel along the skirt lines. Just watch every time what the hair does, so the shape of the hair guides me through her hair. Lay the upper hair above on the line of cutting, and watch if there are still places where not been. Mostly it's just a small part. And and travel the same way back. I always tell my staff, cutting is like the sea. You start on a place, you work till you get on the back or the front, just how you started, goes back, goes up and down and up and down. Then you have a flow into your hairstyle to work with. The lines below this line, I'm going to do with the hot knife. Okay, lay the hair over the skull bone aside, so I just get the rounding of the skull into the nape line. Again, I do this on the skull bone because then I'm certain that I have some hair that I've already cut. And now I just go in the freehand style with my hot razor. And make it wonderful soft. Leaving some length, don't want to shave a nape line. Again, working in the lines of the fall.
Ik vind mezelf wel oud genoeg worden.
Ha.
Overmorgen jarig.
Oké, leuk.
Nee.
Niet?
Nee, ik wil niet oud worden. Nou, ik wil wel oud worden.
Maar niet jarig zijn.
Ja.
Ik vergeet het liefst dat ik jarig ben.
Ik wil wel 100 worden, maar ik wil 100 worden als 25-jarige zijn.
Aha, dat zie je niet meer weggooien.
Ja.
Take the hair about a centimeter over the center line. And lay it on the previous cut lines. Still working in a soft line. Get as much of the natural fall. Now come to the other side. Start behind the ear. Lay the hairs in the rounding. Give them a little bit of curve. And gently go in. Now this part I'm not going to color because I want to keep some movement and some depth into the colors. So I just put the highlights between the outgrown. I will do that with a special series, that's a 12 series S of Affinage Infinity Colors. But I don't want to bleach the hair. Putting the hairs in the opposite lines. And this knife is not, it's warm because it's 190 degrees. That's something. But still you don't feel, she don't feel it because my fingers are laying between it. And I have always a little bit water on the hair. So now I create myself a nice soft neckline, so it's not the way you would do with a shaven nape, just ultra soft. Just peeling part by part of the hair and create this wonderful line. Then I take the upper hair out of my clipper and lay it down. And just gently work it in, so I take only a little bit away from the weight. And because I do this with a knife, I always have a better way of folding the hairs into each other, because then the ends are a little bit thinner and that makes more space to fall in. See how wonderful the natural folds are. Of course I do this also on both sides. Take the clip away. The first line over the center line I take into the line I just cut. Now I travel back to the part behind the ear, bend it to the front, lay it nicely in the fall of her hair. I shall take this a little bit closer so you can hear the hissing of the blade.
In the camera.
Just laying the lines into each other. Cross control to the other side. So take also this hair from the right side over to the left side, and that I only do on the center line. And now I've got myself a wonderful bob, but also pixie. You have natural falling hair, and only take away this hair because you don't see this in this hairstyle, but leaving the softness of it. Laying the hairs in the natural fall, and in the underlines I take away the small hairs I don't need. Leaving the hairs in the natural soft lines, so I just cut with the hot knife. The same I do on the other side. So first comb the hair aside. Then in the underlines I take away these hairs because I don't need it in my hairstyle. Lay it back just to watch the nice soft, and so they are, and now I can color her hair. So now I'm ready with my cut. I can make her color. With a nice clean neckline, and you see how wonderful the shape of her skull is because she has a wonderful skull to work on. I'll be back with the color. Okay, I made the color. I used of Infinity Colors of Affinage the 12S. I will do it with 9%. It's 30 volume. Of course I need protection for coloring. I put on the cape. And I will show you also something I invented myself. We had combs that break off these, and then I took this one and just took away the teeth I don't need. So just break them off, and then I have something to put highlights on the hair, because here I put my bleach or my color on, and I have a working area to lay the color on. I will also show you that in the underlines. First I part myself about the roundings of the skull. The hairs up. Lay the hairs in the natural fall. Don't go too deep in, otherwise the blonde will be too much at the end. Lay some color on my comb. That I put on, and just gently work it out. So I have ultra soft lines. Put some new color on. And work this way till I get on the other side. Makes life a lot easier for a hairdresser to do it this way, because the hairs stay in the way they need to stay, and you never apply too much product on the hair. Now part the second line on it. Again, apply the color on the comb. Just gently bring it in. Apply some new product on it. Don't go deep in, just stay on top. And the higher you come, that's the easier it is, because there the hair stands out a little bit. So it is easier to work. And again, in less than a minute I have all the hair done over total length. So now go again a centimeter higher. When I come to a crown area, I only work with the 3 or 4 first tips of my comb. Because then I can create the roundings. I can especially work it out with one part of my comb. Now I need only 2 tips. And now I only work from the left side, because there the hair falls too, so I don't work anymore in this, because otherwise the lines lay under the hair and not on the hair. So that way you can take out these clippers. Take a new line to our left side. Come it gently through. Lay it in a natural fall.
Hi.
Wauw, doe maar een klein stukje voor de gezelligheid. Zie je elkaar ook nog eens een keer.
Hey.
Hallo.
Ja,
zo.
hier.
Ja.
Oh.
En wist je niet dat ik bezig was? Hè?
Een machine zo.
Ja. Mag je een klein stukje? Nee, je zegt nee.
Oh,
Zo. Now you see, this is the fall of her hair. So I gently go in, lay it in the curves. And by applying the amount of color on the comb, I can decide how far it goes into the blonde lines. I don't want to travel in too deep. Just work it out so it lights up a little bit, not much, but it's very easy to do. Even I can it, so why can't you?
Ja,
Lay a new line on it. Part the bang. Because this part has a lot of hair, so take this in 2 parts. These are the money makers. In this part I lay the color a little bit deeper. Then I take the line into a straight line again. So I apply a little bit more bleach or color to the front to give it that special feeling. And the customers can see that themselves, so that's why you do that.
It already was the whitest part
Yeah,
of the hair.
it has to be. To get that real blonde feeling. I'm blonde, I'm blonde, I'm B-L-O-N-D. I'm blonde, I'm blonde.
People understand it when they talk to me.
Yeah.
I'm blonde.
Yeah. Coming to the last part. Just gently lay it over. And this I work gently out, so I take only this part of my comb. And to give it that special feeling, also a little bit more, I do the front parts a little bit with my brush, just the part that lays where the hair is open, to have a little bit more at the front. So far applying color. Lay some carton wicks on top of it, just so the color will stay at the place where I want it to stay, and don't flows. Close my plastic foil. I will give it some heat for about 25 minutes, then check it, and the maximum you can do with this is 45 minutes, but I never reach that because then you have a total highlight blonde. And I want to stay in a gold tone, so just mix to that. We'll be back. Okay, we are back from coloring. Took about 25 minutes with heat. I have more natural color into the color we already had, so I have more shades in it. She don't like big hair, so I will use a smooth serum. This one is from Rove hair. I will blow dry it with a large brush, not too, but medium large. Start in the neckline, building up to the front. Blow drying and let my brush roll, show you that. So I put my brush in and then I roll to the other side. So I keep the hairs near to the skin and not high up. Yeah. So far blow drying. What I want now is I want to leave it in the most natural fold. So I use the gold serum of Lanza. I just love this product. Not only by the smell, but also because it nurses the hair wonderful. And brings also all the shades of color back. So you can see them. This is Maria's new hairstyle. And of course a little bit color. Maria, will you show this hairstyle to the world?
Yes.
And thank you for modeling.
Thank you.
To the persons on YouTube, thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye bye.